Needham Zoning Board of Appeals, or ZBA, approved the proposal for a two-story residential development at 1180 Great Plain Avenue last November, but now the decision is facing challenges from an abutting resident, Sandra Walters, who filed an appeal against the decision in the Norfolk County Superior Court. Municipal producer Yuxiao has the story.
Sandra Walters lives on Walnut Street. Her property abuts the back access drive of the 1180 Great Plain Ave project.
I think the board, in its decision to grant a permit to the builder, did not consider that the approved plan created an overburdening of the use of the right-of-way.
The developer Yuxiao Properties plans to build a two-story residential building consisting of 16 rental units with 27 parking spaces. Concerns over the effect on traffic have been at the center of debate during the past several zoning board of appeals meetings, especially between residents on Great Plain Avenue and Walnut Street.
40 neighbors signed letters saying that we supported the project with one condition: the use of the right-of-way not to be utilized for traffic from 11 Great Plain Avenue.
The original design proposed having both the entrance and exit on Great Plain Avenue. The back access on Walnut Street would only be used for emergency vehicles. A closed gate would be placed at the end of the drive to prevent the usage of Walnut. However, the driveway on the side of the building can only fit one car at a time. A signal control system with mirrors was proposed to notify drivers from both directions when it is safe to proceed. Residents on Great Plain Avenue explained why they are upset about the traffic plan at the Zoning Board of Appeals meeting on September 19th.
The residents of Walnut are really being, I think, unreasonable about not having any traffic on Walnut Street at all. And it's not that busy a street.
1180 Great Plain Ave was first used as Daystar Senior Home. In 2014, the Congregational Church of Needham bought the property and leased to a daycare center in 2015, which caused significant traffic issues. The building has been vacant for years. Walnut Street residents insisted on closing the access to Walnut to keep its quiet atmosphere.
We have 26 homes on the street. Adding 16 units is a significant increase for what we have as traffic flow from the residents that are on that street.
Walters also spoke at the meeting.
Cars would be driving directly by my master bedroom and my boys' bedroom.
At one of the meetings, a loop around the building was proposed to solve the problem, but it would mean removing the green space on the east side of the building. The suggestion didn't generate further discussion. Eventually, ZBA agreed with the recommendation by fire, police, and engineering departments that the best traffic flow is to enter from Great Plain Ave and to exit through Walnut Street. They also reasoned that the traffic impact would be insignificant based on the calculations from a traffic study, which estimated 80 trips per day in and out of the property, and 8 to 12 cars per hour exiting and entering during peak hours. But Walnut Street residents argue that the increased 80 cars would have a greater influence on Walnut when comparing the number to the existing traffic volume of the two roads.
80 out of for 400 on Walnut would be an increase of 20%. When it comes to 80 of the 12,500 on Great Plain would be an increase of 0.7%.
We didn't buy homes on a busy street. Great Plain Avenue was built for traffic. It is a main street. Walnut Street is a quiet neighborhood.
Peter Zucker, the developer's attorney, talked to us about how the appeal would affect the project.
We don't believe she's raised any legitimate claims to stop the project, and again, hopefully in the very near future, we'll be presenting that to the court. The ZBA is, one step in a multiple, process. We now deal with the various state agencies. We will continue doing that, but clearly, until this lawsuit is removed or dismissed, would not be able to, actually build the project.
I'll live with whatever the judge decides, but the judge will decide what happens with the right-of-way, not the builder, not the architect, and certainly not the ZBA.
According to the court's website, ZBA needs to respond to the appeal before April 15th. And if it ends up going to trial, the case probably will not receive a judgment until the end of next year. For the Needham Channel News, I'm Yuxiao Yuan.